I was part of the IOP program at the Morton Center, and we would start every session off by you would say what your drug of choice was or what your addiction was, and then you would say what brought you here. So my drug of choice was alcohol. What brought me here is a very good friend of mine who I love and respect asked me to come, so I said, yep, Jim, whatever you want, I'll do it and be happy about it. So, although I think he bamboozled me a little bit, he did not tell me it was going to be this nice. So I had to step it up a little bit. Really to get through this, I need some really bad coffee and some angry old men to stare at me. But I figure out, we'll make it work. And specifically, we want to talk about, in the rooms of recovery, oftentimes you hear this, you've earned your chair, right? You deserve to be where you are because there's consequences to how you've behaved, but often because you're at a point in your life where things are getting good for you again. And when you've had hard times and you've done some things you're not proud of, and you're starting to feel good about yourself, sometimes you don't feel like you deserved it. So you earn your chair in addiction. I feel like you earn your chair in two ways. One is you deserve to feel better if you're doing the right things to get better. The other is that there are consequences that need to be dealt with and that you need to work through. The Morton Center specifically helped me a tremendous amount in both those ways. When I showed up for my intake my intake interview, I had I think 2 hours. That's what this place has meant to me. That's what it's allowed me to do. It's allowed me to stay clean and sober and be a productive member of society, despite my instincts to be less than. When I came back to Kentucky, which I'm very happy about, I love Louisville. What did I do the first chance I got? Monday afternoon, I showed up at the Morton Center, saw familiar faces, saw people I cared about, and it was like a homecoming to me, coming back to that place, and it's been very good to me. There's a couple things that a couple folks have talked about that I kind of touched on that I just want to kind of put an emphasis on before I wrap up. One is the stigma of addiction. It's rough. It's hard. Nobody wants to admit it. Once you do, you finally get any level of power, any level of sensibility back into your life. So for yourself or for anybody else, there's no shame in admitting that you've been beat by addiction, and that's actually the first step in the right direction to make your life better. We touched on the really wonderful people of the Morton Center. They are very wonderful.